Dennis, John, they're smiling and joking, but serious business now. This one's worthy of the final itself.
Yes, couldn't agree with you more, Hazel. And this packed audience here at the Crucible, filled with anticipation. So let's just have a look how they've been going through the tournament. Pot success. Oh, look at that, 93%. If they both produce that sort of pot success, what a match we're in for. Long pot success, that's very good. I think anything over 65% is good. Safety, well, yeah, Ronnie's just up on that score. And of course, high breaks, they just roll off these two players' cues. But it could be about who's going to take those chances, Dennis.
Yeah, very importantly, who's going to win the little tactical battles to see who can get in amongst the balls. That's going to play quite a part as well. It's okay, I've been able to pot them when you get in, but you've got to get yourself in. Because you can't see these players, if they do get in, making careless mistakes. Just have a look at that safety. Okay, you can go into the side of the bunch, but the pace was perfect from Neil Robertson there. Oh, that looks to be touching.
It's touching ball, Neil.
Which helps Neil Robertson.
Touching.
You would think Neil would try and, well, just touching ball's been declared, but he was having a look to see if he could possibly pot that red just to the left of the pink into the left middle.
Touching.
That's 3 times he's told you.
So it's definitely touching then, John, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, you'd think the natural path would be to try and get back in behind the green, but you can see there's so many reds making it awkward bridging. So just concentrate on getting a good length with the cue ball.
Well, it's not bad, although there is a couple of possible pots, but they're very risky and no guarantee of position. And had he have missed the brown, he would have been tight on that ball cushion. So it is a nice little tactical battle we're watching from these two brilliant break builders. It's fascinating to see who's going to make the first mistake. Brown and yellow are a terrific target to get in behind if you've got the correct angle to do that. But that's another excellent return safety shot from the Australian. Good pace again with the cue ball. And this time it's not as straightforward to get back down the table. There's a few obstacles to negotiate. Certainly going down that right side of the table. That's why he's having to think a little bit about this. He's just having a look to see if he took the pot on to the left corner. Could he play it in such a way he could leave himself on the black and maybe just at the same time play a safety shot? I'm sure that's what he's looking at. That's what he's looking at, the right side of the table, and he might be able to take the pot on and get on the black. Yeah. Look at this shot. Okay, he's not on the black, but what a pot. I say he's not on the black, he can pot this, but what a terrific long red this was.
Well, they don't come much better than that, do they? I mean, Ronnie couldn't have played a better safety shot. The length.
Now that is very unlucky. He's hampered with one red. He's covered the one that's headed up past the middle pocket. That couldn't have turned out much worse. So all he's going to get from that terrific opening pot is 8 points. So you're just looking at the position of the cue ball on the red. He can play thin off it, but I don't think he can get in behind the yellow and brown. He'd love to be able to do that, but I think he's got to leave it near the cushion and it'll be closer to the pocket than the two colours. He might have left a possible pot here. But it's a risky one. That red to the left corner, he'd go careering into the two reds and the black. But if there's no easy safety, he might take it. But I think he can come down the left side of this red and play a safety shot. And it's a pretty good one by the looks of things.
And just a little rub on the green has made it absolutely perfect. And it needs to be, because that opening red from Neil Robertson, as I say, Ronnie couldn't have played a better safety shot, and that puts pressure on you, doesn't it, when you're playing against a potter such as Neil. And the same for Neil Robertson, of course. He knows what Ronnie's capable of. Typical opening frame of a match, and what a beautifully played shot that was. Exquisite. And the tap on the table from Ronnie, an appreciation.
Yeah, both players have been tapping the table when they've come to it because of the excellence of the safety shots. It's good stuff, this. Who's going to slip up first?
Just too thick on that red. And he certainly left a pot on for Neil where he can get his hand on the table.
Got a choice of reds. I think he's going to take the one into the right corner and find the gap past the black. Not the first red. He's taken the other one. And he's found the gap. Well, the kiss is not very favourable again. Unless that pink goes into the middle pocket. And even then it wouldn't be easy. Well, the pink doesn't even pass the red, so he was a bit unlucky there. I think he thought he might have avoided the red and pink and would have finished on the blue. But once he got the kiss, could have worked out a bit better than that.
Neil Robertson 1.
There's not a lot of room around the table, particularly at the two-table situation. Here's it. Aye, what's happening? But very tense opening frame this, and even though these matches are still best of 25 frames, but so important to get a good start and just relax into the match. But the safety play so far has been excellent, but Ronnie's not risking trying to get back to port this time, just coming around off the two cushions, nestle up to these two reds. He didn't feel as though it was worthwhile trying to get the cue ball back to the balk area. Didn't feel as though he could get it safe.
He just had an anxious look there. He thought he might have found the gap to let Neil cut the one into the right middle pocket, but it's covered. He's got to play off the one to the right of the cue ball, because if he played off the other one, he could quite easily leave that on. That's going close to the corner pocket. But it's going to pull up in time. Now, can Ronnie put in a telling safety? Will he risk coming off those three reds and try and get down behind? Well, his target would be the green. Well, let's see how he plays this one. Caught it a little on the thin side, and that's the reason he's left a possible pot. But once again, no easy position. He's looking at this one into the middle pocket, but that doesn't look on. Can't see a gap if he takes the pot on to the right corner. The black pots into the same pocket as the red. He'd have to somehow screw over to the left side of the table. Well, he's taking the straight one because of that. Neil Robertson special. Straight in the heart of the pocket. He really does pop those so well. I mean, you've got to push that cue through in a perfectly straight line.